Katlyn Chookagian versus Manon.
Nailed it.
Fiorot. No?
Yeah, good enough. We say Fior, so we just stop it. Manon Fior.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Look at you. This guy's going to be doing UFC commentary, folks, before too long. You'll see.
You know
You'll
that.
See. You'll see.
You know that. Sitting next to you soon, lad.
Dude, I got to say, man, I mean, I could listen to you Liverpudlians talk all day long. It doesn't even matter what you're talking about. I absolutely love listening to you in particular and all of your countrymen and women. My twin brother talks about it all the time. Like, we're from Boston, where everybody hates our accent. Now, I don't have a strong twang because I didn't grow up in a part of the city where it was really prevalent. But your accent just brings all of us in, man. I hope you know that. Every last one of us Americans.
Well, it's funny the way you say that because the rest of England hates us. They absolutely hate us and hate our accent. Lad.
I bet. I believe it.
Absolutely hate us.
Maybe a little envy.
You hear our voice and you go, "Oh, Scouse bin dipper." You're like, what?
Yeah.
It's just standard.
Yeah. It's just jealousy is all it is.
It is. It's definitely jealousy. Do you know we're the boys, lad? That's what it is. Just like Boston. They're the boys, so they're trying to say something about it.
That's right.
But I'll be honest, I don't really know much about Katlyn Chookagian or Manon Fiorot. So I'll have to leave this one to you, John. I'll put you in the hot seat.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to go. So Manon Fiorot has won 9 consecutive fights, dropped her pro debut, and now has reeled off 9 straight. She's perfect in the UFC, couple of finishes, last 2 wins by decision. But I got this betting line way off. I thought this would be a pick'em fight. Fiorot is like a 2-1 favorite, and I think that speaks to the odds makers believing she is closer to her fighting prime than Katlyn Chookagian. The fact that Fiorot is the more prolific finisher, right? Katlyn Chookagian, I think, might have double-digit UFC wins, but she's never had a finish in the UFC. So I think that speaks to the betting line a little bit. But Katlyn Chookagian, in spots like this, usually dominates. Like, these fights aren't even usually close. When she, as the number 1 contender, is fighting somebody else in that top 10, usually she has her way. And in this particular fight, I think she has a good chance to use her grappling and her wrestling, and that has not been what we have seen from Katlyn Chookagian. She has worked very hard on those aspects of her game. She actually was promoted to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt this month, training with Jon Anik and all those guys at Renzo Gracie's in New York and in the greater tri-state area. Her grappling's outstanding, and I think that's an advantage for her in this fight. I talked to her husband, who's also in her corner, Kyle Sermonara, and he said he hopes that jiu-jitsu is a part of this fight. But even if this is a kickboxing match, I think Chookagian is far more competitive than plus 175 suggests. So betting value on Chookagian. I'm excited to see Fiorot fight live in person. I haven't had the chance to do that all that often. But again, very surprised at how wide the betting line was. I thought Chookagian would be closer to a pick'em as opposed to be plus 175 or so.
Especially if she's number 1 and Fiorot's number 6. You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? Normally the higher ranked person's but that's just something that when you look at this whole card, Makhachev's ranked lower and he's the favourite. What's his face as well? Gamrot's ranked lower and he's the favourite. It's
right.
crazy.
No, you're right.